Patsy Cline didn't just die in a plane crash on March 5, 1963. In the weeks before it, she gave away her clothes to friends. She wrote out her will on a piece of Delta Airlines stationery in the middle of a layover. She told the people closest to her, flat out, that she wasn't going to live much longer. She wasn't being dramatic. She was saying goodbye. This is the story of her final 48 hours and the 3 other men who never came home with her.
Come on!
Charlie!
By early 1963, Patsy Cline was 30 years old, and finally on top, I Fall to Pieces had made her a star. She'd survived 2 accidents that should have killed her. A car crash so violent in 1961 that she was thrown through the windshield and pronounced near death. She lived, and something about surviving it changed her. She told her fellow Opry star Ray Walker something he never forgot. 2 accidents behind her, she said the next one wouldn't be so lucky. One way or another, a third would settle it for good. Her friend and fellow singer Dottie West remembered the same eerie calm in her. So did June Carter Cash. Both women later said Cline spoke, again and again, about a feeling that her time was running out. Nobody believed her. People who are dying young don't usually get to warn you first. But Patsy Cline did.
Why can't I forget you?
To understand why Cline was even on that plane, you have to understand a man named Jack Call, Cactus Jack, to his listeners. A Kansas City disc jockey who'd spent years playing country records and championing the artists nobody else would. In January of 1963, Cactus Jack was killed in a car accident, leaving behind a wife and 2 young sons. The country music community did what it always did for its own. A benefit concert was organized in Kansas City to raise money for his widow. Patsy Cline wasn't even supposed to be on the bill. She was added late because ticket sales were slow, and promoters knew her name would fill the seats. She said yes. Sick with the flu, exhausted from a grueling tour schedule, she said yes anyway, because a friend's family needed help, and that was reason enough. This wasn't a stadium tour. This wasn't for the money. They were flying home from an act of loyalty. March 3rd, 1963. Soldiers and Sailors Memorial Hall, Kansas City. 3 sold-out shows in one day. Cline was running a fever. She sang anyway, in a sky blue gown for the matinee, a red dress for the second show, white chiffon for the finale. Witnesses said she gave every one of those 3 crowds everything she had left in her body.
He said goodbye. Oh Lord, I thought I would die.
She wasn't the only one giving everything that night. Hawkshaw Hawkins, a Grand Ole Opry veteran who'd spent over a decade chasing another #1 hit, had finally found it. His new single, Lonesome 77-tween-03, was climbing the charts fast.
I'm at lonesome 77203.
He was 41 years old, about to have the biggest moment of his career, and he would never live to see it reach the top.
It's not in the book now, so you'd better.
Cowboy Copas was on that stage too, the elder statesman of the group, a gentle, steady presence the younger acts leaned on. He wasn't chasing anything. He'd already made his mark, and he was there simply because his friends needed him. And flying them all was Randy Hughes, Cline's manager and Copas's own son-in-law. Not a reckless man, not a cowboy in the sky, just someone trying to get the people he loved home to their families as fast as he safely could. 4 different reasons for being on that plane. One outcome waiting for all of them. At the Kansas City airport in the bitter March cold, Dottie West hugged Patsy goodbye and shivered. Without a word, Cline took off her own fire engine red jacket and wrapped it, along with her scarf, around her friend's shoulders. It was such a small thing. It was completely Patsy Cline. Before they parted, Dottie offered her something in return, a ride home. She and her husband were driving back to Nashville, 16 long hours by car, but safe, solid ground the entire way. Patsy turned her down. "When it's my time to go," she reportedly told her, "it's my time." From an airfield payphone during a layover, she called her mother, told her not to worry, said the same thing, almost word for word. She wasn't afraid. That was the strange part. She sounded at peace.
Crazy, I'm crazy for...
Weather had already grounded them once. Fog in Kansas City kept the plane on the ground an extra day. When they finally took off on March 5th, they made a fuel stop in Dyersburg, Tennessee, and that's where the last real warning came. The airfield manager took one look at the sky and told Hughes to stay the night. Free rooms, free meals, no charge, just wait out the wind and the weather until morning. Hughes had come this far already. Nashville was so close. He believed he could beat the storm home. At 6:07 p.m., the small plane lifted off from Dyersburg into darkening, worsening weather, carrying 4 people back toward the families waiting for them in Nashville. They would never land. Somewhere over a wooded ridge outside Camden, Tennessee, 90 miles short of home, the plane went down in the storm. Patsy Cline's wristwatch was found later in the wreckage. It had stopped at 6:20 p.m. In Nashville, families gathered at the airport in the dark and watched the runway. The plane never appeared. Phones across the Opry community started ringing and didn't stop.
Baby's crying for me, and as the skies turn gloomy.
When word spread that the plane was overdue, singer Roger Miller didn't wait for official word. He got in a car and drove straight into the storm, out toward Camden, and when the roads gave out, he kept going on foot, into thick, wet, wooded brush, calling out names into the dark. He was one of the first people to reach the wreckage. There is no version of that scene that isn't devastating. A friend, alone in the rain, finding the truth before anyone could soften it for him. Through Roger Miller, an entire grieving community found out, all at once, exactly what the night had taken from them.
My life anew.
Within weeks, Lonesome 77203 reached #1 on the country charts. Hawkshaw Hawkins never knew.
You'd better write it down.
Patsy Cline never got to hear how far her voice would travel after she was gone. How many singers would spend the next 60 years trying to sound like her and never quite managing it? Maybe she already knew, in some way, that she wouldn't be here for any of it. She'd been trying to tell everyone that for months. When it's my time to go, it's my time. On March 5th, 1963, it was.